Yes, it is true. We are back. Jesse K. Tat Wizard. This is Hot in Tech. So, as always, we try to keep our mind with the digital hustle. And today in the building, we have one of the hardest working women in the digital space. I have Natalie Diver from Boss Babe Inc. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you so much for having me.
Definitely. For those that may have not heard, because Boss Babe is a big movement, explain to them what it is.
So Boss Babe is a network of ambitious millennial women. We are primarily on Instagram. We have a website, and we went viral a couple of years ago, and we've just kept growing.
When you say go viral, what does that exactly entail?
We have about 500,000 women in our networks who all consider themselves to be boss babes, and they share the movement for us, which I think is what I would consider viral, when people are sharing your things and you're not asking them to do that.
That's true. For Boss Babe, what is the main business? Marketing, promotions, coding, or is it all of the above for women?
It's all of the above. It's everything that a millennial woman needs to know to be successful in the online business space. We do work kind of with women that do offline businesses, but typically we teach them how to do marketing, finance, promotion, social media, PR. A lot of the things, that there's so much information about, we just pull the important parts together, and we create a community where they can bounce ideas off each other, because the community we have, they're incredible women. They're so talented, so smart. So we just thought, why not bring them all together so they can teach each other?
For people out there that don't know, millennial women are probably the most important demographic as of right now in the workspace and in life overall, because they're kind of the leaders in the frontier.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. And I think the way that millennial women work is very, very different, and we're seeing such a shift. They're starting to think a lot more about freedom and working on their own terms and following their passions, and I think now is the perfect time to do that, where we can do anything we want and we have everything we need at our fingertips. 'Cause you give someone a laptop, they can go and change the world. We're in an amazing time right now, so it's a great way to take advantage of that.
And you didn't start the company, but
No.
how did you end up getting involved, and what's your role now, and where are you going with things?
Yeah, so the company was started by Alex Wolf, who is a great friend of
Alex.
mine. Yeah, we love Alex.
Love Alex.
And I, was getting involved with Boss Babe, and I actually took one of the Boss Babe courses. As it kind of went on, me and Alex got very, very close, and we started talking ideas. And then I started doing videos, periscopes for the brand, and they were very successful. And it honestly happened like this. I got a phone call randomly from Alex. I picked it up. She said, "Do you want to be CEO?" And I was like, yeah, hell yeah, I do. And she just said, it's the right time for me to step back now, and I feel like you'd be a great person to be the face of the brand, to drive the brand forward, and to really put a strategy in place to turn this into a multi-million-dollar growing business. And so I said yes.
And were you based in the UK at the time?
I was in Los Angeles at the time, yeah, working between there and England. And so, yeah, it was a great opportunity, and it's been amazing.
And where do you go now from here? What would you say the roadmap is for the next year for Boss Babe?
For Boss Babe, so we're expanding and growing so quickly. We've just recently launched a clothing line, which is growing really well. The girls love the quotes that we put out there, so it was a no-brainer. Let's put them on t-shirts. So that when the girl, goes to the gym or anything, she looks in the mirror, she's like, yes, I feel amazing.
Do you have that term trademarked?
Everyone uses it, but everyone knows that, it is trademarked, and we are the original Boss Babes. If other people want to use it, then I'm happy for them to call themselves Boss Babes too.
You've got the clothing line merch.
And we started doing online courses now, working with people that are already putting amazing courses out there. And we realize we have this platform of people that are really interested. And if we can find amazing courses and things that are going to kind of push the Boss Babes career forward, we want to put that out there. So we started partnering a lot. We have a very good advertising platform now. So a lot of brands come to us because we have such a great niche and they want to be in front of ambitious millennial women. We put them in front of ambitious millennial women. And so, yeah, we're going in a lot of different directions, but we just have the one purpose, as we want to give as much value to our members as is possible. And so that's going to always be the core. We want to motivate, inspire, empower.
How do young women become members of Boss Babe?
So they just go online and click join. It's $9.99 per month, and they get full access to the Boss Babe Academy. They get invited into our Facebook group. They get to meet all of the other Boss Babes in there. Simple as that.
So like if they're already kind of doing their digital hustle and they need a network to, you know, spread information through, or to whatever their hustle is, let that grow, this is a perfect opportunity at a low cost.
Yeah, it's such a low cost. You know, it's a cost of 2 coffees a month, but they get access to this
Starbucks
huge
coffees.
network. Yeah, Starbucks. They get
We go
access.
to Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah,
Sorry.
okay. We'll go through then.
Yeah, okay, all right.
Yeah, they get access to this global network. We're growing globally now. And so it's just a really cheap way of getting in, getting access to that, but also getting access to all of the materials that we provide. And I think one big thing is, if you are like an entrepreneur and you've got your own business, it can be so lonely. And for some people, they just want to kind of feel like they have co-workers. They want people to bounce ideas off. And, you know, using Boss Babe, you can tap into the talents of thousands and thousands of women. And that to me is incredible.
Do you think it would help to have celebrity masterclasses? Like, what happens if, you know, some DJs, Hot 97 personalities taught how to host or how to DJ?
We would love that. We would love that. It's, you know, these are such amazing skills that people don't typically get to hear about and learn from. So we would love to. Can I lock that in? Are you going to do a masterclass for the girls?
Possibly.
Okay.
All right.
We just had Gary V involved in Boss Babe, and
Love Gary V.
he sent a video out to the girls, which was amazing. We were all just going crazy over it.
Yeah. What other things are you working on in the digital space?
Yeah, so I have my own company called Oh My Glow, and this is superfood products. So we create powdered superfoods with no chemicals, sugars, additives. We've just recently released a brownie mix where there's absolutely nothing artificial, and you simply bake a sweet potato, mix it with the brownie mix, put it in the oven, and you get like fudgy brownies that are so good for you. Yeah, so that's what I'm working on. And I've also just along with Boss Babe, released Insta Academy, which is an academy that teaches you how to grow and monetize Instagram. I kept saying, if I had $1 for every person that asked me how to get followers on Instagram. So I was like, okay, it's time to make a course, time to tell them how to do it.
So how do you monetize Instagram? What would you say are the main ways?
There's so many different ways, and you don't actually need a huge following to be able to do it. You just need to be authentic, in my opinion. People need to trust what you say. You can partner with brands, you can advertise on there, you can be an affiliate, you can do what I did and use it to set your own company up. So my company is marketed solely on Instagram, and for me, when you start a company and you don't have a lot of money, that is a great way of doing that. Yeah, there are so many ways of monetizing it. You can even, use it to build a list and then sell through your list. The list goes on.
So it's really more about engagement over numbers, but also let me add in, right? We have a whole bunch of people on social media that only use social media for engagement and comments and stuff like that, not actually promoting their brand. Is that good or bad, or is that just trolls?
Followers is just a number, and what matters more now than ever is engagement. The way the algorithm has changed really means that if your content isn't relevant, and then it's not going to get seen, and you're going to kind of fizzle out. And right now you need to be as authentic as possible. You need to be really engaging your audience and really curating your content, because that's what the platform is, after all. It's a curated feed. And no, to the second question, I don't think that's bad. People use social media for different things, and I often think if it wasn't my job, I wouldn't be on there promoting things, because you know, it's one or the other. And I think it's very difficult to separate the two because people expect certain things from you. And, you know, if I randomly posted a picture that was nothing to do with anything that I blog about, or it just wouldn't go down well and it would be a bit strange. So, yeah, I think you have to figure out why you're on there, what your purpose is. And if it's something you want to take seriously, then you have to take that seriously and you have to stick to your strategy. Just like any business, like any marketing, it's very strategic and it should be thought about.
And what's your take on Instagram stories? How is that working? Is that more effective than Snapchat? Are people changing their strategies now that
Are you getting engagement off of the Insta stories?
Yeah, I am a huge fan of Instagram stories. And actually, I don't think they're rivaling Snapchat personally. I think Snapchat is great for unedited vlogging, like showing your day. I don't think twice about what I show on Snapchat. It's just like, come follow me. This is my day. This is what my life looks like. Whereas Instagram stories, I think, you know, a story can only say so many words. If you can then direct them to your Instagram story from an image, you can expand on the image. You know, you can use this in a really, really interesting way. So, for example, you post a picture of this beautiful cake that you just made and everyone's looking at it and it's amazing. Yeah. So direct them to the story and show them how you made it, because that, you know, if you're not very good at editing videos or something, you're not going to put that on your feed. But if you can get people to engage even more with you, I think that's something people should be taking advantage of. I think it's incredible.
We've learned a lot. Engagement is king.
Engagement
right now.
is king, yeah.
We deal with the trolls when we need to. Keep hustling hard and know your brand, know your worth, and just keep going. Natalie, thank you so much for coming through. We're looking forward to seeing Boss Babe continuing to go viral and blowing up.
Thank you for having me.